Yesterday, we got some news in regards to Billy Donovan and a potential exit from the Chicago Bulls. Today, we got a national writer and rumor guy in Brett Siegel saying that Billy Donovan is to seriously consider taking the job at North Carolina if offered. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this. What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Tar Heels, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all, and we got Brett Siegel reporting on this. This isn't just Joe Cowley. This is Brett Siegel reporting on this one, and Brett Siegel goes on to say this. Whether or not Donovan will actually depart the NBA to become UNC's head coach after spending the last decade coaching professionally is the major question being asked both in the NBA and collegiate ranks. North Carolina is expected to contact and hold conversations with Donovan soon about their vacant coaching job, with sources telling Clutch Points that the Bulls coach would seriously consider the idea over the historic program if offered the job. Donovan has never ruled out a potential return to coaching again at the collegiate level. A few opportunities like the one at USC will ever present themselves again. Donovan, a two-time NCAA championship coach with the Florida Gators, has spent the last 11 seasons in the NBA. He was originally hired by the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2015 before signing a lucrative 4-year, nearly $25 million contract to become the Bulls head coach in 2020. So, with that said, again, this is Brett Siegel. This is not Joe Cowley. This is not local reporting. This is Brett Siegel reporting that via his sources, Billy Donovan would seriously consider it. Now, some people are going to ask, well, Hayes, the Kentucky job was there for Billy Donovan last season, and he did not take that job. And you're right, he did not take that job. Now, the state of the Chicago Bulls were a little bit different. I think when you pair in what we're already hearing as far as maybe some discontent with the Chicago Bulls, that maybe it could play itself to be maybe a more serious situation here to where he could consider taking that job and going back to college. Now, this is a little bit in contrast with what we've heard from even the Joe Cowley report yesterday. We heard that Billy Donovan was expected to take some time off before making that decision, and maybe even a year off to kind of reevaluate where he is with that decision and stuff like that. But, hey, now it seems like maybe that's not the case anymore. Maybe at this point now he's really considering not only leaving the Chicago Bulls, but then again, having a job like the one in North Carolina open. Now, the thing that will fight against this, right, is the fact that is there ever going to be another job that quite opens up that has the kind of cachet that UNC has? Maybe, maybe not, right? And that's what Billy Donovan would have to weigh when it comes down to this one. But, we'll see what's going to happen in regards to it, man. Overall, I'll say this. If Billy Donovan does leave for the Chicago Bulls, at this point, this is one of those points where he can leave for a job that's lucrative and that it would make some sense and not raise as many questions. Now, that's just the conspiracy theory part of my mind, right? If you're going to leave your NBA job, and if you even want to try to save face a little bit for the franchise that has done right by Billy Donovan, making him one of the highest paid coaches in the NBA, maybe it is something to where he'll say, hey, listen, I couldn't pass up this job. Chicago's fine. There's no drama there, but I couldn't pass up this opportunity to coach a historic franchise like UNC. Billy Donovan's going to bring legacy. He's going to bring gravitas anywhere that he goes to be a head coach in college. But we'll see what's going to happen here. It does raise it raises another interesting dynamic for it when it comes to the Bulls and Billy Donovan and that relationship there. We got Type Ice Cube says, yo, what's going on? I can't have read that right. Yeah, I mean, it's to seriously consider. Consider is the thing here. Consider leaving the Chicago Bulls. The streets needed this. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Hey, hope the family is awesome. We're good over here, Zay. I appreciate you asking about the fam, bro. Billy ain't awful, but it's clear he doesn't inspire these guys to want to go to war for him. Been that way since OKC. I don't know about all that. Like, the players seem to love Billy Donovan. And I don't think it's about inspiring the players to go to war. Like, they aren't a good team. But I just think it comes down to, like, coaching in the NBA is very different from coaching in college. And then trying to coach a team that's owned by Jerry Reinsdorf and AK runs it is even harder, right? Like, people forget Billy Donovan had a 61 win percentage before coming to the Chicago Bulls. We've knocked almost 10% off his career win percentage because of being here. So there you go. I think he's better suited on the collegiate level, honestly. And I agree with you, King. I think that when you look at what he does, because a coach at the college level, especially a coach that has as much as what Billy Donovan has, they recruit. They pick their rosters. They're basically the GM. Like, they can do whatever he wants to in college. I wouldn't be mad at all about it. We can use some fresh eyes on the bench. Don't disagree with you at all, bro. Bye-bye, Billy. No gum chewing and sabotaging players' hot streaks. That is hilarious. BD, please. Why are y'all so obsessed with Mike Malone? Like, don't get me wrong. Mike Malone isn't a bad coach, but, like, I'd rather, if we're going to go with a former head coach, I'd rather Taylor Jenkins, but I'd rather Chris Quinn or Sam Cassell get the next great head coach. I don't want to bring another former head coach. That's my personal opinion. Don't hate him overall. Just hate that he doesn't do enough to make guys even want to do more for him, like Tibbs at least did. I mean, it was a little bit different. Like, you got to think, like, the Bulls came right into contending with Tibbs. Like, they walked right into, that was a 50-win team. And it's a little bit different when you're trying to build. But I get what you're saying for sure. I definitely get what you're saying. Hayes, is Billy leaving enough for you to sing the gospel? And then what? Is Billy leaving enough? I mean, it's neither here nor there for me. It depends on who they replace him with. Billy needs to leave. A lot of the same things happen. Hope he leaves. Billy is more a college coach than NBA coach. UNC sounds great. However we feel about Billy, he should take that UNC job. I mean, listen, if we're talking about, let me remove me being a Bulls fan. Let me remove that for a second and just look at just the facts of it. Do you stay in a job where, while, yes, you have job security, reportedly ownership loves you, all that type of stuff, but you got AK being the one that's running it. You haven't had success here. Or do you go to a historic college where you're going to be the man on campus, you're going to recruit whoever the hell you want to, nobody's going to tell you no, you get to work with kids again, so you don't have to worry about working with players making millions of dollars, right? Now, college has changed a little bit since Billy Donovan left. NIL is now a thing, and Billy Donovan's never had to deal with that as a college coach, which I don't want to make it seem like it's easier just to, like, NIL has made stuff a lot more difficult for certain colleges to recruit. But being at UNC and you being in the Hall of Fame coaching Billy Donovan, I think you'll be able to overcome that quite a bit. Seems like they've been grooming. Where do you get that, Joe? Like, I get that he's here, but I don't know how they're grooming him to be the next head coach. That's just my personal opinion. Give us Chris Quinn. That's what I would love, Chris Quinn. I'll drive his ass to the airport personally. That is hilarious. He needs to consider really hard. Please plead, but please leave and take AK with you. First of all, if he got to take AK with him, he's not going to go. So don't say that part. Because if you got to take AK with him, he's probably going to stay right here in Chicago, and they both going to be here. He's a Florida legend. I don't think USC will hire him. UNC should hire. Okay, you're just, what, that has nothing to do. If they are wanting to sit down and keep in mind, the report is that they plan on sitting down and having conversations with him, so they want to hire him. Billy needs to go. He's a better college. Yeah, definitely a better college coach. So for sure. I'm cool with Billy, even Eversley leaving, but can Michael wake up? We really about to let AK get a full reset. What has he done to listen? I mean, maybe that's what's needed, though. I'm not here to try to convince anybody that AK should stay. If they fire AK, they fire AK. Now, realistically, AK ain't going nowhere no time soon. But I will say, like, if you have to get a new GM, which we would have if Eversley gone, and a new head coach, hopefully you get guys in here who add enough perspective and enough, actually love for the game. Because keep in mind, the thing that I keep saying that the Bulls are missing more than anything is somebody who cares more about winning than anything else. And if you can get that guy in here, maybe you never know. How do you feel about Jerry? Oh, I don't hate Jerry Stackhouse. I don't hate that as an option for head coach at all. I don't hate that. Tim Brazil says, now let's say he does leave and hypothetically UNC underperforms for the length of his contract. Does it negatively impact his legacy at all? I mean, he's already Hall of Fame. His legacy to me is already cemented. And And so I don't think he'd go to UNC if they didn't give him every reassurance that he's going to have all the resources he needs to get the recruiting classes he wants, the coaching staff that he wants, all that type of stuff. So that's just my personal opinion. But theoretically, if he completely underperforms, I mean, probably for some of the more younger people, but as far as like legacy people who know what he's done in Florida, I doubt that it's going to affect his legacy much. He already in UNC and telling them to not shoot middies as we speak. He wish he could still have Caleb Wilson on the team too. That is hilarious. That's funny. This can be a gift and a curse depending on who the organization hires is next is key. In other words, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. I mean, and that's a good point. That's a very good point. But I also think this: if we're already in hell, what are we gonna do? And go in hell more? I mean, as long as they don't hire Jim Boylan, I think we'll be pretty fine. Personal opinion, though. That's again my personal opinion on the matter. If true, great for both sides because the Bills. Not the Bulls, the Bills need a change, and Billy needs to get back to what made him a Hall of Famer and not keep frustrating himself with this stuff. I mean, listen, I can completely understand where you're talking about it. On another note, Billy's PR protection is fire. That's hilarious. That's funny. That's funny. That is hilarious. We'll see. We'll see what happens here, man. All I can say is if he does leave, he does. I mean, this still goes back to what I've been saying for a while. I do not think that Billy Donovan will be removed as head coach unless he decides to leave as head coach. That's my personal opinion. That's what I thought. That boy really put his name in the history books, got an enormous bag, and tortured us with gum chewing and lip service along the way. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But all right, y'all, I just wanted to bring this quick update. We'll see what ends up happening with it. I won't say for sure if it's going to happen or not, but we'll see. Oh, that's fake. I was about to say, the fuck? Oh, no, this is real. Is this real? Michael Jordan is rumored to meet with UNC AD Bubba Cunningham at 2 p.m. to discuss potentially becoming the next men's basketball. This has to be fake. This has to be fake, right? Somebody's just tagged me in this. This is real? This is real. Wait a second. Michael Jordan is scheduled to meet in UNC? I gotta go do some research on this one. I swear to God, if Michael Jordan becomes the head coach of UNC, I'm gonna lose my shit. Wait a second. Is this real? This is real. Oh, no, this is a satire account. Okay, they almost caught me. It's fake. All right. It's fake. They be making these accounts look mad real. That's why I got quiet for so long. I was trying to see. It's fake. It's fake. Okay, that's fake. All right. Woo. Okay. All right. With that said, love you guys, man. It's Cap. Love you guys. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. BullCentralPod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See you red, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.